This is TruNews Headlines. I'm Doc Burkhart sitting in for Carrie Kinsey. It's Tuesday, February 4th, 2020, and these are your uncensored news headlines. President Trump winning the first in the nation Iowa caucus. He gets all 40 Republican delegates from the Hawkeye state. 97% of the vote is in. But on the Democrat side, we're still waiting for the complete results. That's created unexpected chaos. Ryan Brooks has more.
Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders.
The U.S. Democratic caucuses in Iowa turned into a cliffhanger on Monday. Results were delayed for hours while party officials double-checked what they called inconsistencies in the initial count. They also say this was, quote, not a hack or intrusion.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a long night, but I'm feeling good.
I imagine, have a strong feeling that at some point the results will be announced.
A state party source said a new mobile app designed to report the vote failed, forcing precinct chairs to call in the results and slowing the count. As the wait stretched into early Tuesday, candidates took to the stage to address supporters and make their case once again for why they're best suited to defeat President Donald Trump in November. But no one could declare their first victory yet.
Join us because we are going to be here, it looks like, a really long time tonight.
It is too close to call. So I'm just going to tell you what I do know.
You won!
After more than a year of campaigning and more than $800 million in spending, the results in Iowa were meant to provide some answers for a party desperately trying to figure out how to take on Trump. The Trump campaign, however, seemed pleased with the outcome. In a statement, the campaign said that Democrats are stewing in a caucus mess of their own creation, with the sloppiest train wreck in history.
Now, the Iowa Democrats app was produced by a secretive company called Shadow. It was created by a tech firm run by veterans of Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign. Pete Buttigieg is a client. And now Democrats are planning to use the very same app in a few weeks in Nevada. For all the latest, check the live blog we have running currently at TruNews.com. Now, one of the world's foremost experts on biological warfare says the coronavirus was weaponized by China. Here's what Dr. Francis Boyle says about the disease.
It appears the coronavirus that we're dealing with here is an offensive biological warfare weapon that leaked out of that Wuhan BSL-4. I'm not saying it was done deliberately, but there have been previous reports of problems with that lab and things leaking out of it. And I'm afraid that is what we are dealing with today.
Now video is emerging from Wuhan that shows bodies just lying around in hospitals. Take a look at this. Chinese-American commentator Gordon Chang says this is evidence that Beijing is losing control of the situation.
I think that the government in Wuhan and some other cities have just lost the ability to pick up corpses. So really what we're having right now is they are completely overwhelmed. They're not able to keep accurate statistics. And so what we are witnessing is essentially a breakdown in government, and keeping accurate statistics is a very minor part of their priorities right now.
Beijing, of course, has their own spin on things. Check this out. And in Heilongjiang province, a mother infected with the coronavirus gives birth. Well, for the latest news and information from a Christian worldview, visit TruNews.com. You're watching TruNews Headlines.
Listen to the Bible from Hebrews 12. Endure hardship as discipline. God is treating you as sons. For what son is not disciplined by his father? If you are not disciplined, and everyone undergoes discipline, then you are illegitimate children and not true sons. Moreover, we have all had human fathers who disciplined us, and we respected them for it. How much more should we submit to the Father of our spirits and live? Our fathers disciplined us for a little while as they thought best, but God disciplines us for our good, that we may share in His holiness.
Well, welcome back to TruNews Headlines. Conservative talk radio host Rush Limbaugh stunned his audience late Monday by announcing he has advanced lung cancer.
But the upshot is that I have been diagnosed with advanced lung cancer. Diagnosis confirmed by 2 medical institutions back on January 20th. First realized something was wrong on my birthday weekend, January 12th. And I wish I didn't have to tell you this. And I thought about not telling anybody. I thought about trying to do this without anybody knowing, because I don't like making things about me. But there are going to be days that I'm not going to be able to be here because I'm undergoing treatment or I'm reacting to treatment.
Let's continue to keep him in our prayers. President Trump responded to the news with words of encouragement. He wrote that many people don't know what a great guy 𝕬𝕦𝕦𝕚 is, calling him a fantastic political talent. He then added he was looking for a speedy recovery for his friend. Asghar Shapur was a senior member of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps' Al-Quds force close to General Qasem Soleimani. Iranian and Arab media report he was killed Sunday in a battle with Syrian rebels near Aleppo. The head of Central Command says the U.S. military presence near Iran is not a buildup to war. General Frank McKenzie claims, rather, nothing makes an adversary think twice more than an aircraft carrier strike group nearby. Iran has sentenced a CIA spy to be executed. A judiciary spokesman said Amir Rahimpur provided details of Iran's nuke program to the U.S. 2 of his accomplices each received 15-year sentences. Chinese hospitals are overloaded. Not only that, but healthcare workers face new dangers. Chinese hospitals are addressing those issues with robots.
这个机器人是咱们国产的一个机器人，他们利用计算机的模块，非常高度自动的收集信息，建立自己的信息库，然后根据我们的指令，把所需要的东西、药品、餐饮等等送到指定的一些病人。在这么高度感染的环境下，能够帮我们把一些药品、餐饮、被服直接送给病人，根据我们指令，同时把一些垃圾废物、一些被服就说取出来进行消毒，这可以减少我们医患人员之间的感染度。
Well, for more of our reports on emerging technology and its impact on faith, visit TruNews.com. The video sharing social media platform TikTok was briefly under fire for permanently banning the pro-life live action account. The ban was over an alleged violation of the platform's community standards. But soon after other pro-life activists complained, the account was restored. Live Action founder Lila Rose says TikTok officials told her the temporary ban was a result of human error, but they did not elaborate. Reverend Richard Bucci, pastor of Sacred Heart Church in West Warwick, Rhode Island, has banned a number of pro-abortion lawmakers. Now, in a letter, he says those who voted to legalize the murder of the unborn up to the moment of birth cannot partake in sacraments or serve in official church lay functions. Now, Representative Carol Hagan McEntee is one of the lawmakers singled out in the letter. She's calling it hate speech. Well, each day we love to get your prayer requests and join with you for God to hear your prayers. And by the way, if you don't hear yours on the air, we still look at them and we still pray over them. I'd like to share one of those with you that really spoke to our heart today. Dear Rick, I've been watching your Godcast for 3 years. That's awesome. I'm 10 years old and I want to be a true believer of God. Every time I try to be 100%, a little bit of doubt comes into my mind saying, what if he's not real? Pray that I become a 100% believer and a true soldier. And that's from Max. Well, that's a great letter there, Max. Max, you're a very impressive young man to be so committed to the Lord at your age and an avid watcher of TruNews. That's awesome. Well, Scripture tells us, Max, that Satan is real. His goal is to draw us away from God and to cause division. I encourage you, stay in the Word and keep your focus on Jesus. And at your church, ask your parents to pick out a trusted mentor for you, someone a few years older who also loves the Lord, and watch your Christian walk explode. Matthew chapter 4, verse 10 says, "Get out of here, Satan," Jesus told him, "for the Scriptures say you must worship the Lord your God and serve only Him." I hope that's an encouragement to you today. Well, go to TruNews.com or use the TruNews app on your smartphone to submit your own need for prayer. And please visit our website for more stories and to find out how you can support our news efforts. And please like and share this edition of TruNews Headlines on your various social media channels. Stay tuned for Rick Wiles and the TruNews Godcast. Only the Democrats would have a caucus in Iowa and then instead of crowning a winner, give everyone a participation ribbon just for showing up. We're still waiting on results from last night. Still waiting. We'll have more on the Godcast, plus the latest updates on the novel coronavirus, where late last night, the number of confirmed infected broke the 20,000 mark. Stay tuned. We'll have more on these and other stories on the Godcast coming up later this evening. For the entire TruNews team, I'm Doc Burkhart sitting in for Carrie Kinsey. God bless you.